Thank you so much for joining me. I know that it has been a long time. Let me get this background off of here, child. My kids be tripping, y'all. Hold on. Let me see. How do I remove it? How about that? You doing all right, Juana? Let's see if I can do it that way. Y'all bear with me for a second, please. Hopefully everyone is doing okay. I'm sorry. I don't know what I'm doing. Hold on, y'all. I never. Don't ask. Let's delete it. Let's see what happens. Okay. Really? There we go. Hey, uplifting. Hey, y'all, what's up? It's your girl, Sean. What's going on? Listen, I know it has been a long time. I have been getting my behind handed to me, my guruing behind handed to me, and have only been able to really do what I could do, right? Like, not trying to kill myself, not trying to outdo myself. So, what I'm going to do is I am on my desktop on Facebook, I am on my phone on Instagram. I'm doing well, Juana. How about you? And so I'm gonna come on here so that I can make sure that I see your comments on Facebook because that always seems to be a problem. And I definitely see your comments on Instagram. Let me figure this out, child. Gotta be smarter than myself. How about that? I don't know if I can do it this way though. Let's see. Without it. So we are doing a series 12 Days of Christmas. I'm excited. It has been a while since I've seen you guys. It has been a busy season for us. Holy cow, what am I trying to do? Help me out, Lord. What am I trying to do? Help me, Jesus. This ain't gonna work. This ain't gonna cut it. I feel like my thing is gonna die though if I don't do it this way. Okay, I might have to suck it up. Hold on, y'all. You're good? Okay. Y'all bear with me. I'm fighting, okay? I'm fighting. I'm trying to figure out a way to do it all, basically, at one time because it is difficult. Hey, girl, hey, it is difficult for me to go live on Facebook and answer your questions and then go to Instagram and answer your questions. So I'm trying to do it at the same time. It just makes it easier for me. And also, you guys get to hear how I interact with both or with both groups because you guys never have the same questions. So that's pretty cool. And you get to hear the different answers. So y'all just come on in here, say, hey, what's up? Let me know that you're here. Instagram, I'm so glad that you're here. If you're here on Facebook, let me know that you're here. Say, hey, I am in the comments as well. Down here on my pad, on my iPad, so I can answer your questions. So what we're doing is we're going to do 12 days of Christmas, right? And so the way we do 12 days of Christmas, I'm going to give you 12 straight days of free homeschool coaching, different tips that you can use as far as homeschooling and getting your journey started. If you are unfamiliar with who I am, my name is Sean Taylor, and I go by Sean the Homeschool Guru. My husband and I are entrepreneurs. We have a total of 3 businesses. We have 3 crumb snatchers, 13, nope, that's wrong, 16, 14, and 10. Again, we do have 3 businesses and we homeschool our children. It was never in our plan, ever in our original plan to be entrepreneurs, let alone to be homeschoolers. But it has been an absolute best blessing for us. We've been able to educate our children. We've been able to love on our children. We've been able to nurture our children in a way that we kind of thought that we were already doing. We didn't realize that homeschooling was allowing that. So it's been amazing. It's been an amazing journey for us. And so that's just a little bit about me. I tell you all the time that this was never in our plan. My husband has his own business, his own transportation business. It was our goal to grow that and do whatever the case may be. I was working at a major logistics company myself in leadership, and I absolutely had no plan of homeschooling my kids, but things happened and it just kind of fell into place for us. And if you're unfamiliar with that story and you'd like to hear about it, you can get it in my best-selling book, which is How to Transition to Homeschooling. I tell you the full story on how we transition to homeschooling. So, and the way you get that is how to transition to homeschooling.com. So anyway, let's get to the 12 days of homeschool coaching. On day 1, we are going to talk about how to save money while homeschooling. how to save money while homeschooling. So a lot of the questions that I get when we're homeschooling is, how much does it cost? Is it expensive? And the fact of the matter is, it can be expensive. It all depends on what you use and what type of resources you find and what you want to do. So for instance, for one of us, one of the curriculums that we use is Abeka. I don't know if you guys are familiar with it, but it's a pretty big deal in the homeschool community. They have a lot of information. They are biblically based, and their curriculum is kind of expensive. I'm not gonna say kind of expensive. It is expensive. But the thing about Abeka is, depending upon what you choose to do, it's a full set of curriculum, but you can also get videos where the teacher teaches the child and then they have the work to go along with it. So it's basically like you're kind of putting them in school, right? And they're educating your child. So you can do it via DVD, which is what we choose, or you can do it online. So they'll have videos that come in. Hey, Antoinette, thank you so much for joining me. And so this year was the first year that we actually chose to do Abeka for a couple of subjects for my oldest daughter. She's in high school, and I knew that she was missing some things. And the reason why she was missing it was because of me. And so instead of me holding her back, I decided to go ahead and step out and purchase that for her. And it's been a pretty good situation, but it's a little bit rocky. And the only reason why I say it's a little bit rocky is because it can be kind of dry and boring. But that is right at my daughter's alley. Like, she's super, just tell me what I need to do and I'll get it done. She doesn't need a lot of bells and whistles. Like, just tell me what I need to do. And so that's what we're using right now. So again, back to homeschooling. So homeschooling can cost a lot of money. So I have a full curriculum. Well, I don't have a full curriculum for her, but you can purchase, Abeka, a full curriculum. Depending upon what grade you're using, depending if you're using your full service, you can pay anywhere from $500 up to $1,100 to $1,200 for a year's curriculum. So that's a lot of money, right? That's a lot. Let's just be honest. It's a lot of money. And so I want you to keep that in mind. But also, I teach you how to create your own curriculum, which you can do for free, basically because you have the world at your fingertips via the internet, right? You have all information that you need, YouTube, all that good stuff. And then you have your local library, your local public library to help you. So if you wanted homeschooling, or you think that homeschooling needs to cost more, or it has to be expensive in order for it to be successful, that's not correct. That's absolutely incorrect. You can teach your kids literally the world is at your fingertips. You can go on tours around the country. You can do all kinds of crazy things, field trips. You can do the research. You can do everything that you want to do on the computer. And so if you don't want to spend that kind of money, you don't have to spend that money. But let's just go down the line. I'm going to give you 12 ways that you can save money while you're homeschooling. Okay. So the first one is buy used curriculum. Okay. Buying used curriculum. There are all types of groups on Facebook. There are different co-ops and all that good stuff. One that I can think of that we were part of, we bought curriculum from another co-op. So they had already finished a course. So say, for instance, they have finished Apologia, the science curriculum. They were done with their books. So we purchased their books and did our own co-op. We've also bought curriculum from other people. I've gone on Facebook myself into the groups and said, hey, I'm looking for this, and someone would have it. And we would switch and purchase it for a discounted price. So say, for instance, a book that costs $100, I end up spending a total of $25 plus shipping to get that done. And so you have all different options as far as that's concerned. Buying used curriculum. There are used curriculum bookstores. You can do half price books, Books A Million. You can use all different types of options. I say ask, right? Always ask. Okay. So buying used curriculum is the first way to save money when you're homeschooling. Okay. The second way to save money while you're homeschooling is to trade with other families. So it's the same type of situation. So again, we have books that we may not be using, but another homeschool family may need them. So instead of me going out and purchasing them, or instead of me looking all over the place for them, just calling my fellow homeschooler and saying, hey, I know you use this curriculum. Are you done with these books? Are you willing to sell? Are you willing to trade? Because I have these books. So that's two options, right? So let's review that real quick. Number one is buying used curriculum, and then trading curriculum with other families. Another way to save money while you're homeschooling is to sell what you are no longer using, okay? So listen, I am notorious for buying a curriculum, it being amaze balls is what I say. it being absolutely wonderful, thinking it's going to work. Our kids get to it a week or 2 weeks, and then they're like, fam, I'm done. Like, I'm sick of this. I'm not doing this anymore. And they're basically being tortured to do the curriculum. And what I tell you is, if it's not working for you, stop it. Don't keep using the curriculum. Don't keep using just because you purchased it. That's going to make everyone miserable. So in that instance, take the actual curriculum and try to sell it. Again, this goes all the way back to buying used curriculum. Somebody is going through what you're going through, or has gone through what you're going through, and may have what you need, or may have what you need, or you may be able to give it to somebody, give somebody what they need. Does that make sense? I kind of jumbled that up. So those three all work together, right? So buying used curriculum, trading with other homeschool families, and then selling what you no longer use or cannot trade. And I'm notorious for this. So for instance, right now, I was going to go grab some books, but I don't want to. Our Abeka set that we have, I'm super strict with my kids right now. Don't write in the books, don't fold the pages, don't do any of that, because when it comes down to it, when we're done with this book, my goal is to sell it, because that curriculum is expensive, is to sell it so that I can gain some of the money back. So if I need them to write in things, they have notebooks to write in. If they have a worksheet or something to that effect, I'll make a copy on it on our printer, something to that effect, versus me actually letting them or allowing them to write in books. Now, that's just how I feel. You can do whatever you want to, okay? Number four, if you are in Facebook land, or if you're in Instagram land and you're catching these and you don't mind typing them in for me just in case, you are more than welcome to do that. That would be a great blessing to me and blessing to someone else. So number one was buying used curriculum. Number two was trading with other homeschool families. Number three was sell what you're not using. Okay, and we're moving to number four. And number four is requesting sample lessons. Let's see. Faithful on Instagram says, Faithfully Stacy says, do you know of any groups that will allow you to sell? So what I suggest when it comes to that, Faithfully Stacy, is I would, if you could, what I want you to do is, like, for instance, there is a Abeka group that says Abeka Buy Sell Group. So you can go in there and buy and sell. Now, it does have Abeka's name on it, but it's independently ran, like a mom just set it up, right? And that's the first thing. The second thing is, you do all of that at your own risk. So if you are going to request for curriculum, there have been times, I haven't been scammed by it, but I know that there have been people in there that have been scammed, where they will say, hey, I'll buy this book for you for $50 or $25, something to that effect. They send the money and then the books never show up. I have heard that myself. Personally, I have not experienced that, but I have not experienced that also. I've never paid for something that I can't lose. So say, for instance, if a curriculum is more than $100, $200, I'm not going to pay for that up front and not have the books in hand, or not have you in person where I can get it from you. I tend to only do things that are $25 or less. That's me. And that's just the way that I protect myself. Thank y'all so much on Facebook. I see you typing. Hey, Antoinette. Hey, Dee Marie. Hey, Jolanda. Thank y'all so much. I appreciate it, you guys. Thank y'all. Okay, so again, I'm going to go over those again. Okay, one more time. Instagram, buy used curriculum, trade with other homeschooling families, sell the curriculum that you're not using. And number four is to request sample lessons before buying. Okay. I always do this. I do this every single time I get a curriculum. Before we purchase it, before I swipe my card, before I enter my number. What do you need, sweetheart? What do you need, baby? You want to move my stuff? No. No, it's fine. I got it. Thank you. Before I swipe my card, before I do all that stuff, I request sample lessons. I got sample lessons for our math. I got sample lessons of Abeka. And I got sample lessons of Abeka from someone else, not from the actual, from Abeka, okay? Just to let you know that. Also, my kids had done Abeka when they were in private school, so I knew what it was about. I got sample lessons of IEW. I got sample lessons of Handwriting Without Tears. I got sample lessons of Grammar Galaxy. I've got sample lessons of everything. Before I purchase it, I got sample lessons, okay? I suggest you do that at all times. So before you swipe your card to get anything new, right? So before you swipe and say, we're going to try this curriculum, ask for sample lessons. Most people who create curriculum have at least a lesson that they can even do. Even like the math book that we use, Learn Math Fast, they have a sample lesson on their website that you can use, and it gives you the whole entire lesson, the actual lesson, the teaching, the worksheets, and the answers. And so that's something that I could determine before we purchased the book, if it was going to work. Now, what I will say is, I'm not saying that always works, but most times it does. There are times that I sample the stuff, think we're going to like it, my kids are going to like it, we get it home, and it didn't work for us. And one example was Grammar Galaxy. I got a sample lesson from them. It was great. The kids were good. Yeah, let's try this. Let's do this. We got it home, and it was a little too far-fetched for them. Like, my kids, again, are very, not that they don't have an imagination, but they're like their mother. Tell me what to do and I'll get it done. And so the Grammar Galaxy thing is about a whole another galaxy that does grammar. And there's all different types of made up names and things and people and aliens and all that kind of stuff. And my kids, like, as far as imagination wise, they weren't for it. They were like, nah, I don't want to do this. Just tell me what I need to do. Okay, so what's a noun? What's this? What's that? And so, but at first it was working for us. And my kids were like, no, I'm not here for this, fam. Let's go do something else. So you could do that as well. Okay. Hey, Bria, thanks for joining me. Thank y'all so much for writing that down for me. Facebook, I appreciate it. Okay. So we've gone 1 through 4, and I'm going to keep going, and then I will go through all 12 again. Okay. Number 6 is go to the dollar store or the dollar section in Target for project supplies. You can go to the dollar store, period, in general, for anything, right? I tell you, when we're doing our lesson planning, we go buy about $50 worth of stuff. That is poster board, markers, tape, letters, glue, pencils, markers, everything. We just stock up on it, and when they're ready to create whatever they're going to create, they know where to grab it. Note cards, stickers, anything, whatever it is. And so take advantage of those dollar store aisles. The actual Dollar Tree has notebooks, or not notebooks, but workbooks for the younger kids that you can use. When I say younger kids, they're probably, I would say, kindergarten to maybe 2nd grade, somewhere around there. 2nd grade is kind of pushing it. It's a little babyish for them. But even in the early ages, they have workbooks that you can use. And I think, if I remember correctly, they have upped that. So there are some more for the upper ages as far as that's concerned. So go to the dollar store, and then y'all know how Target is, right? Target has bomb stuff too. So go to Target and look in their dollar aisle for your project stuff and all that good stuff, okay? Number 7 is, wait, you skipped number 5, did I? I did, thank you. Number 5, okay? Use your local library for books. Thank you so much for correcting me on that. I appreciate that. Thank you, guys. Number 5, okay? So we went from request sample lessons and then use your library card for books, okay? Check your local library. If, for instance, our local library, we have all kind of software, all kind of access. We have all different things that we can do. I'm gonna look on it just right now so that I can tell you right off the top what I mean when I say they have all kind of resources. And it's not just books, just hold on, let me see. Let's see, ebooks and online tools is what they have. And so we have Overdrive, which is checking out ebooks. Hoopla is the same thing. Let's see. And then you have like Adult Learning College Prep Center, Learning Express, Universal Class, Adult Learners and GED. Let's see, there is another thing and I don't see it. Hold on. Homework Help, that's what it's called. So we have access to the Encyclopedia Britannica. We have the encyclopedia in there. Explora is in there, and this is all free. Brain Fuse Help, which is online tutoring on our local library. We can go to our local library, get online tutoring for free. Teaching books, so you can go get some more work for teaching books. School centers, that provides a little bit of extra practice or whatever the case may be. There's language help like Transparent Languages online, Duolingo, which we're all familiar with at this point. But they have all different types of things that you can look into to help you, right? So science and technology, you want to research about that. You want to research about law. They've got all, this is just my local library. They have all different things that I can go in and determine what it is that I need. So your library is a really good source. It's a really good resource. Don't forget your library. I know it sounds crazy. Sometimes we forget what they have access to or what they give us, but the libraries have a lot of good stuff, okay? Thank y'all so much. Okay, so back on track. So we said number 5 was the library. Number 6 was the dollar store. Number 7, check for teachers' discounts, okay? Check for teachers' discounts. Listen, everywhere I go, if I got to purchase a book, if I got to purchase supplies, I'm like, Excuse me. How you doing? What's your name? Hey girl, you all right? My name is Sean, girl. I'm a teacher. Yeah, yeah, I teach my kids. I do every day. I teach my kids every day. No, for real. Like I'm a teacher. I'm a homeschool teacher. And most of them be like, "Oh, you homeschool?" And they'll go ahead and give me some type of teacher's discount. Some will ask, in particular, like, can I have an ID, a student ID, or can I have some type of proof that you're a teacher, that you're not just saying that. So what I suggest, so for instance, like Barnes and Nobles, we get a discount. Do we not have price books? Where's the other places? Michael's, we get a discount. So I tell them again that I'm a teacher. I'm a homeschool teacher. If they ask for proof, I have created an ID for myself. But also I can always pull up my lesson plans and show them that I actually have lessons planned for my kids. And so that's what I suggest you do, right? Hey, get real friendly with them. Now, the thing with Barnes and Nobles, and it's a lot of stores is like this. So they have the choice whether to select or accept you as a teacher, right? They have that choice. And so what I always say is bump elbows or rub elbows with them and just kind of, hey girl, you doing all right today? Butter them up a little bit, right? Girl, I've been with these kids all day teaching these kids because I'm a teacher, Yeah, I'm a teacher. Oh, where do I work? At the house. I'm a homeschool teacher. So I don't suggest you lie or anything like that. However, you want to get them in the position to be able to accept the information that you're giving to them, okay? So check for teachers' discounts, okay? Number 8 is to create your own lessons. So instead of you going down to maybe going to Teachers Pay Teacher and paying for those, or going and purchasing curriculum, you can create your own lessons. I teach you how to do that. I have a full course on that. If that's something that you're interested in doing, let me know. Just put a message in here or send me a message and let me know. Okay. Number 9 is looking for online buying co-ops. Okay. So I'm a part of 2 right now. I used to be a part of 3. And basically, we all know what a co-op is, hopefully by now. But if not, no judgment, let me tell you. So basically, a co-op is where a group of families come with like-minded ideas. They choose to teach their children as a group. So say, for instance, I would teach science. Dee Marie would maybe teach math. Jolanda would teach science, but they're teaching it to the whole class, right? And so what you do is the same type of thing, but it's online. So most times it's for software or programs that are online. So for instance, you get together with, one good example is Houghton. Houghton Homeschool is basically, it's a co-op. It's an online co-op. The parents teach different courses. You contribute a certain amount a month to participate. And then your child attends whatever courses you want them to attend online. Another thing too, another online co-op is, for instance, if you use like A to Z, or you use, what's that one that everybody loves? Not Moby Max, with the robot. Beep, 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 beep. I can't think of it. Brain Pop. No. What's it called? It's got the little robot. I can't think of it. But let's just use that. Or iExcel. Let's use iExcel, for example. So iExcel, you all come together, you each put in a certain amount, and they give you a contract for a year to have that software. So say, for instance, it would be something like, let's just say, is it Brain Pop? It might be Brain Pop. Brain Pop. So say, for instance, I think Brain Pop, normally, if I purchased it by myself, it would be $25 a month. Making that number up, I don't know how much it costs. But it would be $25 a month. If we come together as an online co-op, then each of us pays a total of $25, and we get a membership to that software for an entire year. So that's how that works. One of the ones that I'm in right now is, help me, Father. I was getting ready to say something wrong and I knew it. Hold on, y'all. Help me, Father. Study.com. I was going to say homeschool.com. That's not it. But study.com. So that's a software. It's provided. We paid one flat fee. Can't tell you what it is. We paid one flat fee, and we have access to it for an entire year. So 365 days, one fee versus paying every single month. And so online co-ops, buying co-ops are your best bet when it comes to stuff like that. Okay. Let's see. Hey, Sean. Okay, D, I'll send you a message. Brain Pop. Thank you, Sean. I couldn't remember what it was, but Brain Pop. Yep, and iExcel. So those are some good options as far as that's concerned, okay? Number 10 is to look for the scratch and dent sales on curriculum. So, okay, there are some people who write curriculum. I know one in particular will do a sale where they say flat out, this is a book that has mistakes printed in it. Maybe, and I say scratch and dent, but that's not what it's called, but that's how I can get you to understand what I'm saying. So maybe it's missing a page out of it or something to that effect, and they will sell it to you at a discounted price, a pretty good discounted price. And so look for those. Or they'll have something where somebody returned it and maybe it's damaged because it was damaged or whatever the case may be. You can do that as well. So reach out to them and ask them. The answer is no unless you ask. I always tell my kids that. The answer is no unless you ask. So ask, do y'all have a scratch and dent, or that sounds kind of stupid for curriculum, but do y'all have a something type of program, or do you have books that are returned? Do you have error books or something that you're willing to sell at a discounted price? Ask y'all. The questions, the answer is no unless you ask. Thank you very much, guys. I appreciate it. Number 11 is ask about military discounts. If you are a part of the military, ask about discounts. I know you're familiar with that, but also if you're part of a family that's a first responder, this is something that has been big, especially with what's going on. If you are a family of first responders, so if your husband's a first responder, you're a first responder, whatever the case may be, ask if they have a first responders discount. So military and first responders discount. Some of them do, some of them don't. But again, the answer is no unless you ask. Make sure you ask, okay? All right. And number 12 is using the digital versions of the curriculum versus the actual book, okay? So there are some things, it's just like Amazon. If you go get the Kindle version of a book, it's going to be $5. If you go get the printed version, it's going to be $12. It's the exact same thing. So those things that you can use the digital curriculum of, use those things. And what we would do is the things that we could use digital curriculum on, we would use the digital curriculum. If we needed to print something, we printed it. If the kids needed help, we would do that. We would try to do it on larger screens as well. So instead of them doing their assignments on phones, make sure that they're on the desktop or the iPad so that they can see it. So it's bigger for them. But those are really good options. So I'm going to go through 1 through 12 one more time really quickly. You guys go ahead and post your comments or your questions, and I will answer them as I get through with those. Hey, Jaquithia. Nakonda, hey, Nakonda. So Nakonda's on here. The homeschool whisperer. Thank you for sharing. Discounts save lives and budgets. You ain't lying. You ain't even lying. Okay. So I'm going to give you 1 through 12, right? All over again, 1 through 12. Okay. So number 1 way to save money while homeschooling is to buy used curriculum. Number 2 is to trade with other homeschooling families. Number 3 is to sell what you're not using or doesn't work anymore. Number 4 is to request sample lessons before buying. Number 5 is using your local library, online resources, and their books. Number 6 is going to the dollar store or to dollar section in Target to buy your project supplies. Number 7 is to check for teacher discounts in stores or at the stores, sorry. Number 8 is to create your own lessons. Number 9 is to look for online buying co-ops. Number 10 is look for scratch and dent sales of your curriculum. Number 11 is ask about military and first responder discounts. And number 12 is to use the digital version of the curriculum, okay? So I just gave you guys 12 ways to save money through homeschooling. What I expect from you is to take these things, write them down, and when it comes down to you purchasing curriculum, because it's going to happen, right? Either you're going to purchase it in the beginning of the year, you're going to start purchasing it towards the end of the year for the next year. Take these notes, guys, and write them down, and I want you to look at that, like come up with those ideas, use those things to your advantage, okay? So does anybody have any questions for me? Y'all, I'm going to drink my ginger beer because I've been wanting it all day. Y'all, hopefully y'all know what a ginger beer is. It's not a beer. It's a ginger ale, basically. But it's my favorite, and I've been waiting for it all day. I've been a good little girl. Let me put it up there so y'all don't think I'm tripping. There you go. Okay, it's a ginger ale. It's basically what it is with real ginger in there. Does anybody have any questions? Hey, Shalana, thank you for joining me. Been a good little girl. Trying to eat right, child. I drank my water, so now I can have my ginger beer. So does anybody have any questions for me? Because if not, I'm not going to keep you long, right? I'm going to come back tomorrow with day 2 of your 12 days of free homeschool coaching. I've got some more stuff for you tomorrow. Let me see what I got for you. Let me see if I want to tell you what I got. How about that? Let me see if I want to tell y'all that. Of course, I can't pull it up. Let's see. Oh, this is a good one. You're going to like this one. Tomorrow's is good as well. Let's see. I have seven things I'm going to give you tomorrow. A good writing program for high schoolers. So right now, Keita, we are using IEW, and we like it a lot. It's kind of expensive, but we like it a lot. I like it. The kids, not so much, but they'll be all right. Will you write a book? Uplifting says, will you write a book putting all of the information in one book, How to Homeschool? I mean, the How to Transition to Homeschooling is pretty much that. It tells you how to get started, and you can go from there and basically learn how to homeschool. But I don't know if I will, y'all, I ain't gonna lie. Writing a book is hard. It's a lot of work. And I don't know if I'm going to write another book. I don't know. I don't know. 3, I think, is enough. I don't know. But this book here, if you're unfamiliar with it, How to Transition, I know it says How to Transition, but this will get you started, like right off the bat. It'll get you going. So you start from here and then go from there, and you're good. Okay. Let's see what you got here. Hey, Sean, do you know of any free places to get handwriting work? D. Hey, Sean. Hey, D. Send me a message, because there is a website. I can't think of it right now, but I'll look it up when I get off of here, where you can create your own handwriting worksheets. And what we did was, at first we started with the basics with my younger one. We started with whatchamacallit, y'all. Let me spit it out. The basic important information: name, address, date of birth, your mom and dad's emergency phone numbers, all that. That's how we started. Then we went to his favorite songs. That's how we did it and worked on his penmanship. And now we're also using handwriting without tears. I know you guys have seen my oh, okay. I know you guys have seen my post. It's been a while of me talking about that I messed up on penmanship because we pulled out our youngest right when he was working on it. I thought it would naturally improve and that he didn't have to work on it. Psh, duh. And so now we are going back over it and working on it because he was just getting too sloppy. That's what I'm talking about. Thanks. Okay. All right, Uplifting. So the way you get this one is How to Transition. Nope. How to Transition to Homeschooling.com. That's how you get that, Uplifting. How to Transition to Homeschooling.com. Yep, Antoinette, I think you're right. Handwriting.com is the website. And so handwriting.com, it gives you the opportunity to create your own worksheets. So instead of you using somebody else's worksheets, maybe you take their favorite poem you want them to memorize, their address, whatever it is, and you create it, and then it gives you lines to do whatever it is that you need to do. You're absolutely correct, Antoinette. That is it. Thank you very much. Okay. So does anybody else have any questions for me? I'm gonna go back up here and make sure I didn't move anything. Hold on, y'all. I'm about to holler at my kids. Okay, cover your ears. Cover your ears. Cover your ears, guys. Hey, guys. Are y'all cleaning my kitchen? No, because Mason keeps distracted. Okay, please get to my kitchen. Thank you. What time is it? It is 9:39. Also, I cannot find a bowl to put this thing soup in. Okay, well, we'll deal with it later. I need you to do what I asked you to do, which is get my kitchen clean. Thank you. You're welcome, D. Close my door, please. All right, so does anybody else have any questions for me? Now, my kids be tripping. I told them 30 minutes to clean my kitchen. They in there bull crapping around. Try me. They try me, y'all. My kids try me. Watch, this is going to be the thumbnail. It's going to be a thumbnail with me like this. It's terrible. It's a soda, guys. It's a soda. Let's see. Kita says, how do I make sure I'm getting my high schooler prepped for college? Kita, I plan backwards. So, for instance, what is required for them to get into college? This many credits of math, this many credits of science, this many credits are there, and I plan backwards for them to get there. If they're planning on doing something like playing sports or something, there's a whole nother route that you probably, you do need to take. So that's something to think about as well. Uplifting says, do you know a website good for testing to see where the child is? I do. Send me a message because I can't think of it right now. I'm sorry. I do. Send me a message, okay? Does anybody else have any questions? I cannot see your comments on Facebook anymore. Yes, I can. Boo, y'all, Facebook be catching me. Yeah, send me a message, Uplifting, because there are some that you can do. I don't know of any free ones though. There are no free ones that I can think of. Okay. All right, guys. So we are doing 12 days of Christmas. Today is day 1. Tomorrow I will be back with you again at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time to give you day 2 of 12 days of Christmas. Y'all be on the lookout, right? Y'all be on the lookout. Something huge is coming. Y'all hear my ashy hands? Don't judge me. It's tons of sanitizer and washing my hands all the time. Or it just could be ashy. Don't judge me. Something huge is coming, guys. Something huge is coming. I'm excited. I can't tell you. I want to tell you, but I have to keep my mouth shut. Sean, I saw your message. I will get with you on that, okay? But yeah, y'all, I'm excited. Something huge is coming just for you. It's huge. I think this is bigger than writing a book. This is bigger than anything I have ever done, y'all. This is huge. It's coming, okay? So y'all keep an eye out. Y'all set your notifications because you never know when I'm going to leak the information. I always end up leaking it. I always end up telling you what's going on way before I'm supposed to. I try to hold my peace and then it just goes, because I'm so excited. You're welcome, guys. I know, y'all, it's difficult. So I apologize because I haven't been live as much as I need to. I've got podcast episodes that I have recorded, but I have not edited and uploaded to the podcast. It's been crazy. My son plays club ball, club soccer, or select soccer, basically. And we're all over the place. Like, we're doing soccer 6 days a week, sometimes 7 days a week, and it's insane. And then on top of that, my son also plays competitive basketball at the same time. We run 3 businesses together, but right now is really busy for one particular business, the catering business. Excuse me, the catering business. And so, y'all, I'm getting my behind kicked. That's just me being frank and honest with you, okay? So bear with me. I plan on being with you live all 12 days. There's no excuse, God willing. That I will be here live every single time, and then I want to come back with you guys later on and be more consistent with that. But right now, what I need you to do is set your notifications so that we can be all on the same page, okay? All right. So if nobody has any other questions, I'm gonna drink my ginger beer in peace and hope that my kids don't beg for some. Otherwise, I will see you guys again tomorrow at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for always being here. Thank y'all for always being here. I'm just trying to make sure I'm not missing comments on Facebook. Thank you so much for always being here. Thank you for being uplifting. Thank you for thinking about me. Thank you for thinking about my craziness. Thank you for being considerate and understanding what I'm going through. I appreciate you guys. Have an absolutely wonderful night. Y'all join me tomorrow, all right? All y'all come back. Bring somebody with you tomorrow at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time, all right? Y'all have an absolutely wonderful night, guys. Good night. Let's see. Let me get off Facebook first, Instagram.